Morley. Welcome to Power Your Immunity. I don't know why you stopped by, but I'm delighted you did. If you're like me, like I was 5 years ago, you're probably on the hunt for a natural solution to a health issue. That certainly was my case 5 years ago. And happily, I stumbled upon a website that featured Power Defense, which has become a mainstay in our array of supplements. It's something that we take every day. And let me give you a little background story to that. Again, I was dealing with a myriad of health challenges, mostly digestive, but there were other things that I was working with to overcome. And my husband had seasonal allergies that were really debilitating. In fact, they were so bad it was pretty scary. He has his own story, and I won't share his story. You can click on his story button to find out what his circumstances were and how this helped him so tremendously. But my story is, I was on the search, as I had been really for 10 years at that point, for natural solutions. And so I was very familiar with supplements of all kinds. I probably tried most of them, my shelves having been full at one time of just about everything out there. So when I started to read about Power Defense and all the ingredients, some of which I absolutely had never seen before and in fact have never seen since, and it was only $25. It was all natural, well crafted, no excipients, which simply means no additives whatsoever. And this is really the only product of all that I take that can claim that. So that's a pretty big deal. It is about as natural as you're going to get unless you're plucking it directly out of the ground. So I tried it, and my husband did, and again, he can tell his story. But my story is I began to immediately feel better energy. And I really want to blog about all the items, all the ingredients that are in here, because there is a specialness to each and every one, and a health, I don't want to use the word cure, but certainly health benefit to each and every one. So it definitely is a synergistic blend. And starting with the top one, which is Tsi-Ahga. And Tsi-Ahga, Tsi-Ahga, is only found in one place in the entire world, and that's up in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, interestingly, where my kids live and grandkids. And it grows in cone-bearing trees, pine trees, and really is a fungi. It belongs in the fungi, as in a mushroom family, and you probably know all the hype, all the wonderfulness about mushrooms, the polysaccharides, antioxidants, the real value. A lot of people take it for either prevention of cancer or even to try to overcome and cure cancer. Well, this has all the components, but even more. It has the most germane, which is a huge, germanium, I'm sorry, of any natural product. And it also contains beta-glucans, which is something that even the big pharmaceutical companies are examining, investigating, using for their products. So, of course, they're denatured by the time they use them, and of course are looking for patents and big money. But that's not the case here, of course. It's well crafted and brought direct into the capsule. So that is amazing just in and of itself. So read on our blog, on our website, about Tsi-Ahga. And I intend to put even more information because I've done independent research on it. It's pretty amazing. And it's amazing that more people don't know. It's one of those best kept secrets. And secondly, black cumin. Black cumin is very powerful, very good as an antihistamine. And so it's great for allergies. My husband's story, again, he will share that with you and what happened for him, which was truly a miracle. So that's been also wild. It's Copal of Black Cumin, so very pure form. Distilled lemon, organically grown Muscadine grape. And Muscadine grape is probably one of the more potent ones containing resveratrol. You probably have heard all the hype about resveratrol in red wine and why the French experience fewer heart conditions, coronary incidences than we do because of the consumption of the red wine and the resveratrol in the red grape. Well, this definitely has that, but it's the muscadine, which is really powerful. And then last but not least, the heart of garlic. And we all know that that is a top herb and used for myriad kinds of health conditions, to stay healthy, to prevent, and to possibly cure. So that is kind of the lineup in Power Defense. Now, I am not suggesting that you use this alone, that you're going to automatically get an immediate cure. But the people in my family have experienced actually pretty amazing turnarounds in their health situations. And we have my daughter-in-law, an audio, Rochelle Davis. She can share her immune deficiency syndrome and chronic bronchitis, and in 3 days the turnaround that she experienced using this. Usually it took her 3 weeks. Again, I'm not making claims, but you can hear her personal story as well as the stories of others in the auditory, in the audio testimonies. So I would really encourage you to try this, $28 for the pureness of the ingredients, the efficacy of the ingredients. It's worth that, and really having, like I say, done so much research, I know that many companies would charge 2 to 3 times for what is contained in these little capsules. So I really hope that you will give this a try. There is a money-back guarantee with it. And I hope that you will share your story as well, because the outreach of this, the importance of using natural remedies, I think, is paramount in our already oversaturated chemical world. So when we find something that truly works, I think, at least in my life, I love to share that. So I look forward to hearing your story after you've tried Power Defense for a period of time and are experiencing some changes, some positive changes in your life, in your health continuum. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to have you blog. We'd love to have an interaction with you and with anyone that you refer. Thank you for listening. We look forward to hearing from you soon.